So, for the sake of those that want to understand how we arrived here, so the date is 15th of June 2025, and a joint press briefing is announced at which the two parties, first being the family to late former and 60th Republican President Mr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu, are being represented by lawyer Makebi Zulu, and the state is being represented by Secretary to Cabinet Mr. Patrick Kangwa. This was after the two parties and other stakeholders found an amicable solution to have the body of the former late 60th Republican President repatriated back to Zambia under some conditions. Now, what were these conditions? Lawyer Makebi Zulu, representing the family to former Republican President Mr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu, gives these conditions in the press briefing that was held together with the state. Pay particular attention.
The two parties have since agreed to honoring the following undertakings, with each party giving and taking so that we could come to a common compromise. And the following has been the compromise. Number one, that the body of the late President Lungu shall be transported together with the family from Lanseria Airport in South Africa to Zambia on Wednesday, 18th June 2025, using a private charter made available to the family by well-wishers. Secondly, that following the arrival and receipt of the body by family members in Lusaka, full military honors will be conducted at the Kenneth Kaunda International Airport, after which the body shall be taken to the funeral house in Chifwema, where it will lie instead. Thirdly, that the body of the late former president will be taken to Mulungushi International Conference Center on Thursday, 19th June, Friday, 20th June, and Saturday, 21st June, to enable members of the public to pay their last respects from 09 hours to 16 hours, after which it shall be returned on all days to the funeral house in Chifwema to lie instead. That the state funeral that will host foreign dignitaries shall be held at Mulungushi Conference Center on Sunday, 22nd June, and the body of former President Lungu shall be taken to the venue and returned to Chifwema after the event, where it will lie instead. That a valedictory session will be held at the Supreme Court grounds in honor of former President Lungu, a lawyer by profession, on Monday, 23rd June, to be followed by a church service on the same day in the showgrounds in Lusaka, one that would be conducted by His Grace Archbishop Alik Banda. That the body of the late former president shall always lie instead at the funeral house in Chifwema and only be taken away for the above stated functions during the day, after which it shall be returned to the funeral house every day to lie instead at the conclusion of these events. That the body of the late president shall always be accompanied by a relative, the aide-de-camp, and the former president's personal physician. That the period of national mourning shall be extended, and that the two parties shall always consult and agree on who speaks at all events. And further, to avoid the confusion that has been ongoing relating to the Patriotic Front Party, that Honorable Given Lubinda will speak on behalf of the Patriotic Front Party.
Now, these are the terms and conditions that the family and the state agreed to in order for the state funeral of the former Republican President Mr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu to take place and his body be repatriated back to Zambia. Now, aside that, there are also some wishes that the former Republican President, according to lawyer Makebi Zulu, there are some wishes that the former Republican President made before his death, that in case he died, these wishes must be honored. Lawyer Makebi Zulu again explains what the wishes for former Republican President Edgar Chagwa Lungu were before he died. Listen carefully.
Former President Lungu's settled wishes were that in the event of his death, those who never showed any interest in his welfare while he was alive should not be allowed to pretend to be interested in his welfare in death. His specific wishes and those of the family are as follows. 1. His remains should be repatriated back home in the same manner he had traveled to South Africa, namely privately. Secondly, his body should lie instead at his personal residence in Chifwema area prior to burial. Thirdly, in the event that he was accorded state funeral, his successor should not be allowed to attend it.
Iyalasti for me ndiye problem ikulu. Iyalasti point kapena wish yalast ndiye pali problem ikulu. The wish of the former president was that in case of his death, his predecessor must not attend the funeral. Mwinvesa says that was his wish. But on the same day when this joint press briefing was being held, Secretary to Cabinet, Mr. Patrick Kangwa, also highlighted that one,
in accordance with the family's wishes and the dignity befitting the service of the sixth president to our nation, a state funeral shall be held and shall be presided over by the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, culminating in the former president's burial on Monday, 23rd June 2025.
Now, it's unfortunate that the two did not resolve this matter right here. Because confusion. Even when this press briefing was called to an end and the photos were being taken, already the two parties here had contradicting statements. One said, no, the wish of the former was that the incumbent president should not attend his funeral. Yet the state, through Secretary to Cabinet, said this state funeral was going to be presided over by the incumbent president. Just this was a problem. I wanted to get us clear. Now, worse off, maybe that day, both parties were just being diplomatic. But to now see that there is a circulation of some programs and the head of state was going to do this and that, for me, I feel Lupio Kiongano, Wamena Wamakamba Batonga. That is the confusion that is there. And I don't know why sometimes. That's why, you see, when you are working in the media, PR department, guys, circulate to information. These are the confusions. So, who leaked that document? You see the problem that you have caused now. Anyway, that's a story for another day. Having seen this confusion and me, I'm trying to ask myself questions. I know, as the state, we have the way we operate. We have protocols that we follow. We have all those things. But Vanu much advice, when there is a battle, one needs to be the bigger person and just let things go. I'm just asking, why can't we just let this go? Imama advisors, we know you can do anything that you want. You can, but already now there are stories that are coming out. Yeah, no, maybe he wants to use it for channel. Oh, yeah, maybe he wants to use it for rituals. Maybe so to avoid all those talks, to avoid all those negative sentiments. Why can't we just say, no, it's enough, it's enough? Why can't we? Why can't we just let it be? What's there to lose on the side of the state if you say, we have heard your cries. We have tried to bring you closer. We have tried to do, but okay, it's fine. We are going to let you be. What's wrong there? Mr. President, I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to do this, but for the sake of many Zambians out there, what? Sorry to ask, but if they have said they don't want you there, what's there to lose on your end when you don't attend the funeral? Already you have shown that yes, you want peace. You are not even talking. You are just quiet. You are promoting more peace than anything else. Don't you think you can just say, okay, it's fine, it's okay, it's all right, it's fine, it's fine, I will not be there, and you can go about with your own things, your own meetings on that day as this is happening, to just avoid this whole confusion. Maybe Secretary to Cabinet or others can proceed and attend the state training. You can just be there. If it goes to the west, you can even go to the farm, just have some fresh air as things are happening. Yes, people will insult you, they will talk, they will do this and that, but you would have just done this for the sake of peace. I don't think there's anything to lose. I don't think so. People will actually say, the president is very mature. I don't know. I'm just thinking, Mandin, you bear with me. I was just saying, I was just suggesting, Mandin, if Ngatinara was sorry, Nakambiratu, my lawyers nakambira my judge nakambira in case narudi I'm sorry. I was just suggesting for the sake of peace. Right now na confusion. Ulama